What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Rob Biggaveli, paid in full, never forget the DNT. I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
I'm on demon time, she on demon time. When I win my niggas, it's scheming time.
All right, so we got Rob Biggaveli off the porch with us today.
What's going on? What's going on?
I'm feeling great. How you feeling today,
Good,
man?
I'm good. I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Feeling good.
Oh, that's what's up, man. I appreciate you coming by today, man.
Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. So let's take it back, man. You're originally from Yonkers, right?
Yeah, YO.
Okay.
Yeah, Yonkers, New York.
Yeah. So what was your childhood like growing up there in Yonkers?
It was cool, a little rough, not too rough, but you know, it's New York, Yonkers, you know. I made it through. Grew up on the south side, you know, lived with my grandfather and my grandmother. They grew up under them, and my mom she had me when she was young, you know.
Okay.
So while she was, you know, out there working, doing what she had to do, I was at my grandfather's house, my grandmother's house, and like I said, I just jumped off the porch when I was probably about 10, 11 years old. Finally was outside doing my own thing. That was after my grandma died, and I was just able to be outside and just on my own from then. And then, like, you know, just living life. Yonkers, man, it's a good place. It's a rough place also at the same time. A lot of people don't know that, you know. Home of DMX, The Locks, Mary J, a lot of other artists. But I loved it. I loved it.
Did you have much guidance when you first jumped out there?
No. Well, my grandfather, he made sure, you know, he was strict. But even though, like, once I go outside, he not outside with me. So, you know, I'm outside doing whatever, rolling dice, smoking weed a little bit, not too much. Basketball is my main thing, so I used to play basketball a lot, try to keep me out of trouble. Okay. But other than that, a little bit of fighting, you know, just from being, because not with gangs, but just being from like different areas, and like they've been beefing for decades, you know. You might live on this side, they live on that side, and we just fighting each other just because, you know. Yeah. But other than that, that's pretty much. Okay. Pretty much it.
And then you moved down to South Carolina when you were 16?
Yep, King Street, 16, about September 04, about 2 months before I was turning 16. Okay. But it was my 11th grade in high school. Yeah. And that was a big difference.
I was going to ask, You're going from up top to the small town, and that's a tough age to move at.
Nah, for real. I even tell people that messes with your mental a little bit. That's a whole, like I said, a whole 360. I'm used to New York, you know, the fast life, a lot of freedom. Even just going to school, like riding the public buses. I moved to King Street. I go from riding the public buses to back on the cheese bus. To you got to have a car to move around. Everything is spaced out. It was a big difference. But shout out to the King Street, South Carolina, because when I moved down there, they showed me a lot of love. I can't even lie. Okay. You know, got a lot of people out there that I'm cool with, still friends with to this day, and you know, just King Street. It's King Street. King Street it's a small town, real small town, and I wouldn't advise nobody to move there, but. I did what I did. You know, I went there, graduated high school from there, and you know, moved on after that.
Yeah. How long did it take for you to get adjusted to living there, to kind of, you know, be like, all right, this place ain't too bad?
Like I said, basketball. I used to play basketball a lot. So neighbors just come knock on my door that first week. They said, "You want to come outside and play ball?" I'm trying to play hard. Nah, I ain't coming out there. I'm mad that I'm down here. And I got used to it, going outside playing basketball, but it was cool. Like I said, a big difference. A lot quieter, people more nicer, you know, less fighting. You know, King Street was cool. It was it took me about, I say a couple months. Okay. 2-3 months. Once I started making more friends and everything, started to feel comfortable, they started making me feel like at home. And I ain't had no choice after a while.
Yeah, for real. And then you went to the Morris College, right?
Mm-hmm. I graduated from King Street, went to Morris College. That's in Sumter, South Carolina. It's probably about 45 minutes from King Street. Okay. Shout out to Sumter. I went out there, I started my freshman year like 06. You know, went to school, had fun, and then by the end of my college career, I started throwing parties. Okay. And the reason I really started throwing parties, the year before that I was supposed to graduate. Being hard-headed, not doing what I was supposed to do, didn't graduate. It was crazy because I'm sitting outside the dorm, just like this. I'm talking to you, sitting outside the dorm, and I'm like, dang, well, I gotta come back another semester. I'm watching people I came in graduate. I'm like, dang, what the fuck I'm gonna do next year just to even make money? And he came to me, I was like, I'm gonna start throwing parties. Come with my homeboys, shout out my boy Frank Lowe, Tyler, my man D from Baltimore, Tyler and Frank Lowe, they're from Charleston, South Carolina. But we before I left, we had a little conversation like, yo, we'll come back, we're gonna throw parties. So I let that summer play out. Came at the Morris my last official year.
Yeah.
Started throwing parties, and it was up from there.
Okay. So what'd you get your degree in?
Business administration.
Okay. There you go, man. All right, so, and you're now in Atlanta though, right? So what brought you out here today?
At the college, getting jobs, so throwing parties, making music. I was supposed to take it serious though, but people were like, "Oh, you sound kind of good. You might need to take this serious." It's the early 2010, like 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014. So I'm gonna be honest. About 2018, I put out a mixtape called Now or Never. Just put it out there. It was just to throw it out there. Like, okay, I can really do this. I'm like, I got a little bit of good feedback. Put out another mixtape, sincerely Rob Biggaveli. That's 2019, started taking it serious. And at the beginning of the pandemic, South Carolina closed down.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody know the only place that was open in the world seemed like it was Atlanta.
For real.
So it was in Atlanta. I came, before I came to Atlanta, was it Atlanta? No, just beginning of the pandemic, yeah, came to Atlanta. And I just was working, making music. I made a song, it was crazy. My first, before I came to Atlanta, I probably been to Atlanta once. I visited my cousin for a weekend and that's it, and that was it. So when I finally came back at the beginning of the pandemic, I'm like, what, I like it out here. I'm going to the clubs, everything's still open. I made a song called Airbnb. I made it in Atlanta, right? So when I went back to South Carolina, this shit hard. Did a little video, put a clip of the video out. The song, I guess people gravitated to the song so much, I had to pull the video I was gonna put and redo it.
Okay.
So I'm like, let me keep going back in Atlanta, keep going back in Atlanta. So the whole pandemic, I've been in Atlanta, back between Carolina. I've been in Atlanta pretty much. I might go home to Carolina for like 2-3 days, but me and a lot of my partners, we've been in Atlanta since the beginning of the pandemic, like going around to the clubs. Like I said, I made this song Airbnb. So when I finally got that out, I started going to the clubs in Atlanta, strip clubs like Pinups, Blue Flame, hollering at what's the DJ at Blue Flame? Swamp Bizzle.
Okay, yeah.
Blue Flame, Pinups, a whole bunch of clubs. And I would just get them to play Airbnb. And I watch, I look at people's feedback. You have some people jigging, And I said, okay, I think Atlanta might be where that. And like I said, since the beginning of the pandemic, I've been here.
Okay, yeah. Definitely a lot more opportunities, I'm sure.
And it's a lot more, especially when it comes to music, a lot more opportunities. Everybody, it seems like people want to see you win here. You know what I'm saying? Or they like new music. You know what I'm saying? South Carolina, they still stuck with the old music. If you go to the clubs, you'd be like, damn, there's a lot of new music out here. Why they not playing that? It's a big difference.
Yeah. And Airbnb went over 100,000 on YouTube, right?
Yup. 100,000. I'll be at 1 million streams soon. I was looking at the stats, how they elevate each month. And Airbnb is my shit. That's what gave me the buzz. I ain't like all the people like that. Everybody I listen to it, they love it. They love it. And, I'm trying to. Now I've still been putting out other music just to keep a little buzz. But Airbnb, that's my track. That's my track right there.
Absolutely, yeah. All right, so who'd you grow up listening to? You was up top in Yonkers. Of
course, being in Yonkers, DMX, my favorite rapper.
There we go.
Jadakiss, my next favorite rapper. DMX, the Locks. And outside of that though, it was crazy. When I was young, I was catching the wind of Big Pun, because they was from the Bronx. The Bronx right there next to Yonkers. Then after a while before, because I left New York 2004, so Dipset was out. I like Dipset. But it's really Jadakiss, DMX, the Lock.
Yeah. Long live X, man. So you mentioned you started taking it serious, 2018?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So what had motivated you back then to be like, all right, I can get my all with this music. Fuck all these jobs.
I always liked the music. I'm one of the dudes always see with the headphones on. Since I was a young dude, just always listen to music. Even when I was young, I used to be like, I want to be a rapper. Matter of fact, just to go back on that last question, my bad. Mm-hmm. Outside the Locks and all that, it was P. Diddy and Biggie.
Okay, yeah.
That's I grew up on the Hot 97, recording Biggie every time I put my little tape player in and recording it. So I give a lot, Bad Boy, Diddy, Biggie, and I say, that's about it from them. And that's about it.
Okay. So how'd you get the name Rob Biggaveli, man?
This probably happened about 2008. I'm in college, Morris College. I'm in the computer lab. My boy Chris Geddes, he's from New York. We went to Morris together. Shout out my boy Chris. I'm a Max B fan. How can I rewind it back a little bit? Max B too. But I'm a Max B fan, so I like the Biggaveli name. So I was just on Facebook one day in the computer lab at school. I'm about to change my Facebook name to Rob Biggaveli. Changed it to Rob Biggaveli, and it was just a Facebook name. Nobody was calling me Biggaveli, none of that. It was just my Facebook name. And when I started throwing parties, the name just gravitated to me. It was like, you know, I came up with Painful Entertainment, and they just called me Rob or Biggaveli, Rob Biggaveli. And you know, that's how that came. But it come from Max B.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I got you, man. So is there much of a music scene in Kingstree? Is there some artists out there?
You know, it's crazy. Even though South Carolina's a lot, but it's a lot of people rapping in Kingstree now. I be paying attention, like, it's a lot, and there's some talented people. Some talent is a lot. I don't even want to give no names because I'll leave some out. Some people be mad at me. But if people have the chance just to look, ain't no way you can be able to look up just Kingstree rappers, but you'd be surprised, and I'm happy. I'm happy. Like, I know about 10 artists just off the top of my head. You know, that's how they pushing their music, shooting videos. So it's growing. They trying to make something happen.
Yeah.
Definitely trying to make something happen.
Yeah, it just seemed like recently South Carolina's finally getting some respect.
Man, finally. You'd be surprised, and I'm glad to see it's growing, and I see it going in the right direction. But it's like you'd be surprised. I mean, people like South Carolina got a lot of artists, and a lot of dope artists, a lot of good artists with good sound. Just ain't no market there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, I can kick down the doors, maybe some other guys. You got like Rennie Lucci, Black Zach. You know, you got a couple people already doing their thing. But it's growing. It's growing.
It kind of seems like there's a ceiling in South Carolina. Like, you got to get outside the state to make it past that.
You got to, and that's what made me. At first, I was like, damn, why people get on a little bit and went to Atlanta? But I see why. It's no market, and it's like, no disrespect to South Carolina. It's like, I come to Atlanta, right? I go to the club. Hey, you drop my record for me? Or $50. Be in South Carolina, sometimes they don't even want to take the money. No, I'm cool. Or you got to talk to them. Like, well, you don't want this. You the DJ. I'm coming to the DJ. You supposed to be breaking the records.
Yep.
You know, but I got a couple DJs out there that be fucking with my man, DJ Money Moot, Freddie Chopper, them 2 DJs I can call anytime. If they in the club or whatever, they could be in the club 1 o'clock in the morning. If I send them a track, like, drop it real quick to see how it sound, they'll drop it, you know.
Okay.
But like I said, it's just, we gotta find a way to work together, or just South Carolina, I guess they're not used to it. So maybe when that one person that blow or somebody get big, then everybody will get behind them. But it's like nobody's getting behind each other. You know, the fans it's South Carolina just, I don't know. It's just like you'll have somebody buzzing, they'll like you. But then a couple months later, they probably talking bad about you now. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, you're gonna be behind me, you're gonna be a fan, you're gonna help us grow. Because as soon as somebody grow and say, oh, South Carolina, then South Carolina's, oh yeah, he's from South Carolina, she from South Carolina, blah, blah, blah. But before, you wasn't supporting them. Yeah. You know, so, but, we're working on it. We're trying to make something happen.
I got you, man. All right, so what can you tell us about this new video for No Gimmick, man? I see this one starting to go up, too.
Okay, I just got my boy Unfoonk on there about a month ago, maybe a couple weeks ago. Because I got a track with Yak Gotti. So I had my partner, one of my close partners that gave me a lot of good advice, my man Tony B. Shout out Tony B. I told him, I was like, I'm about to go get a feature from Yak Gotti. So he's like, yo, what you need to do is go from Unfoonk. And I'm like, okay, I know what that is, because it was crazy. When he came out with the Mob Tie song around December, I was actually down here in Atlanta working on a little gig. So I'm crazy because I'm on Cleveland Ave side, and I guess that's where they counted from. Yep. So when that come out, I'm like hearing it. I'm like, okay, this dude nice. I guess it's Doug brother, they telling me. But he's like, yo, get a feature from Unfoonk. So I'm like, all right, but I already locked in the Yak. So I'm in there, did this feature with Yak, song dope. Unfoonk coming to the studio. My girl Meg, big shout out to Meg. She made it happen, introduced me to him. We got some good prices going. And I was like, let's do it. Told my man, I'm about to lock it. Like, went in the studio, I told my man about to lock it in. I went in, did the hook. He laid his verse first, I laid my verse after that, and then that was it. Like, we did that shit in like 30 minutes, no lie.
Shit.
No lie. And it's looking good, it's doing good numbers right now. Spotify, music streams, the video I think probably just hit about 30,000 views. Just keep working, just still working.
No, that's major right there, yeah. So did the song with Yak, did that one come out yet, or are you holding on?
Nah, yeah, I'm holding on.
Okay.
That's fire too. That's fire. That's fire. Shout out my boy Yak. Yeah, got it. He crazy. Yak a good dude though.
So you holding that for a project, or are you waiting to shoot a
video? Yeah, because I definitely want to drop a project. I don't want to win. I got a lot of songs in the cut. I want to hold it in the project, but then I might not. It might be my next single I drop. I haven't sat down and really planned it out. It might. But I gotta, it might, cause I gotta, not to get off top of it, I got a song with TK Kravis too.
Okay. Okay.
And
Shout out
that
to
shit
TK,
is
man.
fire.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to, now you're trying to hold it to make sure your tape is fire, but it's so hard to, you be like, oh, we gotta put this out. So we just trying to put everything together now right now. And that Yak, being honest, the Yak track, I'll probably put that out next. I'm gonna see what he gonna do, see what he gonna do inside.
Okay.
See if he gonna drop a, he might be wanting to drop a project. So I might wait till he drop his project, get a little buzz off that too,
Yeah. No, absolutely.
But there's no telling, it's coming.
Okay.
It's called The City.
Okay.
The City,
Yeah. So how'd you link up with TK?
I'm in how do we go with TK? Back in December, like I tell you, I'm doing a little job thing out here, political consultant type thing. So, how we had some people working for us, so ran into a dude, I forgot his name, but he was like, yo, my cousin, he make beats and he an engineer. So I was like, yo, introduce me to him. That's my boy Backend, shout out Backend. Because when I hollered at Backend, so me and Backend was like, let's set up a session, let's work. So he brought me to a studio, I think it was Red Lion Studio here in Atlanta.
Okay.
And I believe, I want to say TK Craft's family got something to do. I could be wrong, but I'm in that studio. His brother, Chris, he make beats, exotic music. So Chris came in there, played me some beats. Off the way, he played me a beat. I actually laid the song called I Might Be. He played me a beat, came over with the song I Might Be. I laid it down. It wasn't until I came back maybe a month later, booked the studio again. I guess they pops came in there, heard my music, like, you sound kind of good. He was like, my people, my son, TK Kravis. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm a fan of them. Because when they was TK and Cash, like I said, I was a party boy back in Sunday. When they was TK and Cash, I brought them in something. So I let them know.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, I remember we came out to something. So he's like, yo, if you want to feature such and such, this is the price. I was like, oh, that's a good price. I wasn't ready at that moment, but I said, yo, I'll be back. Give me about a month. If you keep that price, I'll be back. Came out 2 months later, they gave me the same price. Called Chris from Exotic Music, I Got the Beats. We locked it in. He called TK to the studio. We made that in the studio too.
Oh, nice.
Went through some beats. I said, okay, I told Chris I like that. Sat there, listened to it a couple minutes. And TK, he listened to it. And before I could have come up with anything, he's like, I'm ready. So you pay for features, you be like, yo, am I getting the verse or am I getting the hook? How we going? So he went in there, he laid the hook down. And the hook is so it's really the shit that I like. I'm gonna be honest, I think that's gonna be one of the songs that's gonna help me really blow it. He went in, he laid the hook, I laid the first verse. And he's like, nah, I'm gonna lay a verse too. So I was like, oh, yeah, cool. He went in and laid his verse. And then that song is called Soul Ties.
Okay.
It's gonna be coming soon. Just don't know when. That might be my next single. But whenever that comes, we're gonna really push that. That's gonna be something that, everybody's gonna hear that.
Absolutely, yeah, man. And you got distribution through Authentic Empire now too?
Mm-hmm. I linked up with Authentic probably about way back in February. I think I sat down with my boy. I get his name mixed up all the time, David, but Clinton. That's my boy. Sat down with him. Yeah, I got a little distribution thing going on with them. Put my music out through them. And actually, when I leave here, I actually gotta go holler at them. Put some more things together. But yeah, Authentic Empire, they helping me.
Okay, yeah. It's important to have some type of help in this industry, man.
And like I said, it was crazy when I sat down with Authentic. And I sat down with them, they showed me more the inside, like with distribution. That was my main thing, like distribution, like what Spotify pay, what Apple Music pay. A lot of people don't know. They just putting out music, and then my boy Clinton, he put me on game, showed me how you make money. Let me know you ain't got to be the number one artist in the world to make money. Mm-hmm. That's the main thing. I was like, okay, I like the sounds of that. Because I want to be the number one, but if not, I still want to make money off it.
Yeah.
So shout out to Authentic Empire. We got some big things coming soon.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, and speak on some of the challenges that come with being an independent artist also.
Some days you wake up like, man, I'm about to quit this shit. Some days like, yo, man, what I'm doing this for? If I'm gonna make it, independent money, everything's out your own pocket. Studio time, engineer, videos, and people don't know it's deeper than that, because your outfit you wear in the video.
Oh yeah.
Just to get people promoted, just getting on playlists, just paying for promotion, like money is I would definitely say the number one thing. Yeah. That's why people run the companies to get the big push with the bag and everything. Number one thing is money. But outside of that, it's just like you said, just trying to stay focused. Just trying to stay focused. I know some days it's just life. We try something, we bet on yourself. Some days you get up like, okay, I got this, and some days you're like, nah, I ain't feeling this. It ain't looking too bright. But outside of that, man, that's about it. I think that's like I said, back to the money thing. 'Cause like I said, everything is coming out your pocket, everything, and just having the support. People can be your best friends. That don't mean they support you. That don't mean they believe in you. You know what I'm saying? So we independent artists, you gotta really go out there and just prove a point to people. You know, like you said, I'm betting on myself. So if you betting on yourself, you know, don't quit, don't stop, don't stop. That's the same thing when I started throwing parties. I just took an idea. I was like, I'm gonna bet on myself, and it took off. And I'm hoping the same thing with this rap, really, you know, the music.
Absolutely, yeah, man. Because when you do make it big, then you ain't got to chop that bag up, man. You get that 100% off. It ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right.
What else you working on? What else is coming up for you, Rob?
I got a lot of features in my bag, so I probably won't get no more features. Other than that, I'm just staying in the studio, just working. I'm gonna do a little clothing line. I'm gonna drop me a little clothing line. Cause I got a little buzz. I got a lot of people following me now, so I'm trying to do a little clothing line. Just more music, just getting better and better every day. I hit the studio every week. Yeah. Every week. If I'm bored and I ain't got nothing to do, I'm going to the studio. If I go in there and make a whack track, okay, I'm cool. I'll be back. I know I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna make something better. So just staying in the studio, trying to get better and better and better and better. That's about it. Yeah. So and that's like other than that, I'm gonna have a tape coming soon. I just gotta put a date together. I'm looking. Definitely gonna be towards the end of the year.
Okay.
We gotta do that. Cause I got some other features. I got a Rennie Rucci feature.
Okay.
From South Carolina. I got another dude from South Carolina called Count. I got a feature from him. I'll probably get what I'm gonna probably do, get some more features from some more South Carolina guys, and then sit down, try to put this tape together. I want to put a tape out there that's gonna, you feel me, make it stand forever. When people hear this, they be like, okay, he not playing. He not playing.
For sure. Yeah, no, that's big with those names on there.
Right. Yeah, like I said, TK, Yak Gotti, Unfoonk, Rennie Rucci. I got a couple more people I can't name yet. You know, I did the deal, but we ain't do the tracks yet.
Okay.
So I'll put tape. It's gonna be. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire.
For sure.
It's gonna be fire.
Yeah. Shout outs you want to give before we wrap it up, Rob?
Shout out everybody back in South Carolina. Shout out to the whole Pay the Foot ENT family. Shout out my family, my brother Pharrell, my sisters, my homeboy, my boy Namil. Shout out my man Namil, party promoted back at home in South Carolina. He made sure my shit get played in the club too. Shout out my man Money Mook, Freddie Chopper. There's a lot of DJs I can shout out. I can't shout out everybody, but that's about it.
All right, cool.
I appreciate you having me.
Yeah.
I'm on demon time, she on demon time. When I'm with my niggas, it's scheming time. State to state, yeah.